Ran across an odd set of articles today that I thought I'd talk about just because I have an interesting story to go with this. So, in San Diego, there's an outbreak of hepatitis A. 16 people have died and 292 people have been hospitalized. Now, this is hepatitis A, not hepatitis B or C or D. This is infectious hepatitis. Now, I was exposed to infectious hepatitis as a child. My sister, actually, who's quite a bit older than I am, got it. Now, you have to understand, I'm not a spring chicken, and my sister is quite a bit older than I am. And at the time, the reason she got exposed was that they dug the outhouse too close to the flowing well. And that's a terrifying thought, but that's the truth. What happened was that you get exposed to hepatitis A from fecal material. That's how you get hepatitis A. It's infectious and it's being spread in the homeless. And in San Diego, they're actually, what they have to do is they have to come through and they power wash with a bleach solution the area. Then they wait 10 minutes and they come in and gather up everything, the needles and whatever else is there. Then they have to power wash it again with this bleach solution. Then they let that dry. Then they power wash with water to get rid of the whatever bleach residue. It's a lot of work to get rid of this stuff. It's fairly nasty stuff. Now, like I said, my sister got this, and as it was sort of anecdotal, we could tell if my sister had been out drinking because she would start to turn yellow. She'd get jaundice from the fact because her liver has been damaged and she can never give blood but other things like that. But she's had it hasn't really affected her much since then. As the saying goes, knock on wood, she's been relatively healthy and so on. But hepatitis A is there. Well, what I don't remember, I know that as an infant, I was just an infant when this happened to my sister, that they gave me a gamma globulin shot. Now, gamma globulin is you can look it up, but it's a drug that's made from the antibodies in blood, and it's fairly effective if you've been if you have a known exposure to hepatitis. There is a vaccine now, but the gamma globulin is if you've not been vaccinated but you've been exposed. It's also used for some other things, and I can't remember what other things, what I was exposed to, but as a teenager, I went in and was exposed to something, and they gave me a gamma globulin shot. And it is extremely painful shot. Now, I don't know if it's quite as bad as the rabies shots. My late wife had went through the rabies shots, but gamma globulin is quite painful. So anyway, I get in the service, and I'm there, and one of the guys that I was actually in the same room in the barracks with was diagnosed with hepatitis. Now, we don't know. He's off someplace else, and I'm in at the NS3. We're out in the field, and we've got the talk set up, and we're talking, and I tell the guys, if this guy actually got infectious hepatitis, I'm going to kill him because I don't want a gamma globulin shot. And they're going, oh, shot is a shot. And we're talking about shots, and in the military, you get quite a few shots. And about this time, in comes our coordination with the Air Force. He's an old, I think it was an E7 Air Force sergeant, and he's come in, it's cold, and he's warming up around the heater that we got there. And we're talking about shots, and the the old sergeant turns to all the rest of us. He says, "I've had almost every shot there is." And he says, "There's only one shot that hurts." And he says, "It'll put a grown man on his knees in tears." And he says, "That's a gamma globulin shot," which is what I've been telling the guys about. And they all look at me and go, "Oh, we'll kill Childress with you." Sorry, I shouldn't have used his name, but anyway, we'll kill him with you if we have to get this. He actually didn't get infectious. He got it from a dirty needle. Of course, he denied that, but that's the way he got it. But it was interesting to see that, yes, other people who've ever had this shot, it is a nasty, painful shot. Now, and I talked with my late wife about it. She said that the rabies shots, she got bit by a dog and they didn't know if it had rabies or not, so she went through the full cycle of rabies shots, which are painful in several instances. One is that they have to inject it directly into your intestines, and two, because there are a lot of them, and three, you actually get some of the symptoms of rabies. It's to save your life. It's the rabies shots. Those supposedly are worse than gamma globulin, but it's up there. It will put, as the old sergeant said, it'll put a grown man on his knees in tears from the pain. And so I actually have that. I feel sorry for these people who are in San Diego because it's due to fecal material. Let's be honest. That's what's there. And there's some arguments about them not having enough public toilets, or they're closing the public toilets to try and get the homeless out of the area. And so they're using whatever they can. This is a difficult problem, but it's due to lack of hygiene. And it's interesting to see that typhus and cholera doesn't start spreading in the same area because they are spread the same way. So it's horrible, and I worry about these. I think about these 16 people who've died, and 292 are hospitalized, and they're going through and power washing, and yeah, that's not good. But I thought it would be a little bit humorous to talk about how some shots are a lot more painful than others. So thank you for watching my video.